That's senior defense number 14, Mason Coleman. Starting at right wing, sophomore winger number 21, Brett Bartlett. Starting at left wing, junior winger number 24, Keegan Royals. And starting at center, junior center number 9, Dylan Holla. And the remainder of the Rails, head coach by Jeff Aspey, assisted by Kevin Danielson. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your image Chisholm Blue Jackets. Starting at goal tonight, sophomore goaltender number 31, Brandon Boyer. And right defense, senior defense, number 6, Eric Sanborn. At left defense tonight, junior defense, number 15, Drew Kalina. At right wing tonight, sophomore winger, number 10, Connor Willard. At left wing tonight, senior winger, number 7, Ethan Lund. And starting at center, senior center, number 3, Joe Allison. And the remainder of your Blue Jackets, head coach by Eric Rewards, assisted by Chris Dubich and Eric Jemnick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I please ask you to rise as American Legion Post 222 presents our nation's colors, as they are proudly celebrating their 53rd year in doing so. Please join me in saluting them and showing our appreciation for their service to our country, our communities, and to Blue Jacket athletics. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Spangled Banner, performed this evening by Hibbing High School cheerleader Caroline Rue.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flame was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hibbing Memorial Building and tonight's high school boys hockey contest between the Proctor Rails and your Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. We've just completed the national anthem, and the boys will be ready to go in about a minute here or so. Hibbing coming off a 4-1 victory over Greenway last Thursday over in Coleraine. And they have 3 games this week in 4 days. Tomorrow, on Tuesday night, they play North Shore, and then on Thursday, with a shot at the Iron Range Conference title on the line. They'll take on the Virginia Blue Devils. But first things first tonight with Proctor. Hibbing will be starting Ethan Lund, Joe Allison, and Connor Willard on the forward lines with Drew Cabina and Eric Sanborn on D. Proctor will be starting Riles, Paula, and Bartlam on the front, and with Hollenbach and Pavlovich on defense. The goalies for Proctor, Sam Johnson and Hibbing, Braden Boyer. We're just about set to go here from the arena. Puck is won back to Sandberg. Gets it ahead to Willard, who dumps it into the rail zone. Pavlovich back, puts it around the boards. Picked up by Kalmbach, up the boards, but intercepted by Willard. But his dump in is picked off by Pavlovich. Pavlovich to Bartlam. Bartlam shot. Deflected high over the net by Boyer. Cabina with it behind the net. Gets it across to Sanborn. Sanborn to Allison, has it knocked away from him. Paula with it there, but it's taken away by Allison. Allison to Cabina. Cabina to Willard, who circles back in his own zone. Willard long stretch pass to Cabina, who dumps it down into the Proctor zone, and Hibbing, both teams make a change. Amendola had it there for Proctor, but it was taken away. And now we have a whistle. And the face-off will come down into the Hibbing zone. 15:56 remaining in the first period. No score yet. Fink on the draw with Ripley. Puck right out front for Proctor, and Hibbing just avoided some disaster there. But you got Rude with it to Babbage. Christian Babbage brings it across the blue line. Has the puck knocked off his stick, and then he's sent sprawling to the ice. Fink chases it behind the net with Babbage. Up to Proctor. Tanner Olson with it. Tanner Olson around the boards to number 11, Moores. Moores just dumps it back into the corner. Chased by Rude. Proctor's come out a little physical in this game, as you can tell. But and there's a check. Fortunately, not a check from behind, but it sure looked like it. Might have gotten away with one there. Amendola with it behind the net. Back out to the point. Back down to Amendola. Amendola again dumps it into the corner. Babbage, though, sends it out of the zone. Pavlovich with the puck, moving up the ice through the neutral zone. Across the blue line. He shoots, but it's blocked by Lehman. And Casey Kemp with it. Back to Trevor Lehman, who moves it up into the neutral zone. And now he picks it up and skates it across the blue line. Puts a shot on net that's saved by Johnson. Bo Freider was chasing it down there, but now the puck is cleared up into the stands, and we'll have the face-off here in the neutral zone. 13:59 left in the first period. Still no score. Allison on the draw. Lund adjusting his helmet there, so we have a little delay. And now we're set to go. Allison, one draw he didn't win, but he pushes it ahead to Willard. Willard coming down, shoots, saved by Johnson. Nice kick save. Puck is then cleared out of the zone. But Lund with it, gets it ahead to Willard, who has it knocked off his stick. And it's setting down the ice to Holla. Holla gets around one man, but he's taken off the puck, but we got a penalty coming up on the Blue Jackets. Eric Sanborn will be going off for the Blue Jackets at 3:27 of the first period. Here's some power play numbers for you. Proctor, as a team, is scoring a power play at 12% and hitting on the penalty kill. If I can find it here, is at 83% for their penalty kill. Puck brought up. Ryder intercepts at the blue line and knocks it back down. Puck brought up by Bartlum, but it's intercepted again and dropped back into the Proctor zone. Puck's in the corner. Allison goes to pick it up. And we got another penalty, an interference call coming up. This one's going against Cabina. This penalty comes at 4:22. So Proctor will have a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Again, Hibbing's penalty kill is killing at a rate of 83%. They're going to be put to the test here, 5-on-3. Puck into the slot to Riles, but it's intercepted by Allison, and he clears it the length of the ice. So far, a nice job by the Hibbing penalty killers. You got Allison, Babbage, and Lund out there, but there's a shot and a goal by Proctor. So they score on the first power play. That goal is coming at 4:47 of the first period. And now Hibbing will be one man short. Nice pass from the point right down to the edge of the net, and it was a tap in for Proctor.
Scoring the power play goal for the Rails, number 21, Brett Bartlett. He's assisted by number 3, Taylor Olson, and number 27, Connor Pavlovich.
So number 21, Brett Bartlett with the goal from Olson and Pavlovich. Power play goal at 4:57. And Hibbing will now be one man short for 1 minute and 20. The Trevor Lehman with the puck over to Rude. Rude sends it down into the neutral zone and down into the Proctor zone, where it's picked up by Olson. Olson to Pavlovich. Pavlovich back to Olson. He gets it up to Riles. And Riles ahead to Ripley. Ripley back to Riles. Puck behind the Hibbing net, where Ripley has it. Ripley centers it out front to the point. Shot blocked by Willer. Riles with it behind the net. Comes out front. Shot saved by Braden Boyer. Another nice save by Boyer to keep this score 1-0. 26 seconds left on the penalty to Hibbing. Allison wins the draw back to Babbage, who sends it around, but it's kept in at the point. Back to Babbage. Babbage pushes it ahead. Amendola with it. Gets it taken away by Sanborn. Sanborn over to, and it's cleared down into, and now the penalty is over. Hibbing's back at full strength, and now they have a goal to make up. Sanborn rings it around the boards to Kemp. Kemp over to Lund, who just misses it. Goes on net, and Johnson covers off. So 10-17 left in the first period. Proctor's ahead 1-0. Proctor in the first period has been outscored 27-9 by its opponents, where Hibbing's been outscored 17-9 in the first period. Fink on the draw, gets it back to the point, shot, blocked, and deflected out front. Kabina they're battling with the Proctor player. Keeps it in the zone where it's picked up by Freiter and sent down by Lehman. But the puck now comes free out to center ice. Tangle along the boards. Fink with it now. Fink over to Kabina. Kabina's pass was almost intercepted, but picked up by Lehman, who puts it in the corner. Freiter behind the net, shot out front by Freiter, goes wide. It looked like a little holding going on back there, but no call. Shot from the point goes wide. Freiter picked up by Proctor. Nice play there by Rude to keep that puck from that Proctor player. And then the puck comes finally out and down into the neutral zone. Kabina dumps it back down into the Proctor zone. But it's set back down into Hibbing territory, and it looks like we'll have icing called on the rails. So with 8:51 to go, it's 1-0 Proctor on a power play goal by Bartlam. Kemp wins the face-off back. It's kept in by Babbage, but picked up by Amendola, who has it taken away from him. By Michael Anderkin. Anderkin dumps it down into the zone. Puck kept in by Lehman, and now it's back out to center ice. Babbage with it. Babbage up, and the puck deflects out into the Proctor bench. We'll have a face-off in neutral zone. 8:16 remaining in the first period. We'll have Allison on the face-off. And it's one back to Proctor. Olsen with it. Stolen though by Lund, his shot goes wide, high and wide. Another pass intercepted, but then off the stick of Kabina and onto the stick of Halla. Halla takes a shot, but the puck is whistled offside. So a two-man advantage, 5-on-3 power play has Proctor up 1-0. Face off on the right dot, one back to Kabina. Kabina ahead to Lund. Lund pushes it ahead to Willard, who circles, gets it back to Lund, who takes a backhand and saved by Olsen. Nice play by Willard, circled. Saw one coming down the slot, nice pass. The backhand shot though is right into the breadbasket of Johnson, and he makes the easy save. Now Kabina with the puck, skates it down to the corner. Behind the rail net, out in front to Sanborn, whose shot is saved by Johnson. And the puck is cleared. Hibbing had to tag up. Puck goes back down into the corner. Pavlovich with it there. Gets it up the boards. Out to Ryals, who shoots wide. Allison tries to chip it by, gets it out into center ice. The Proctor comes back down and a shot and a glove save by Boyer. So Hibbing's got to start doing a little bit more forechecking and getting that, keeping some pressure on in the Proctor zone. Fink on the draw, draws it back. Taken by Rude, who sends it around the boards out to center ice, where Lehman picks it up and sends it down into Proctor zone. And we'll have an icing call on the Blue Jackets. 6:54 left in the first period. Proctor's up 1-0. Again, Proctor's been outscored in the first period, 27-9. And Hibbing's been outscored 17-9. Fink again with Ripley in the face-off. Nope, not, it was number 8, Solom. Off the boards, up to center ice, where it's dumped down by Solom and picked up by Rude. Rude gets away from one defender, up the boards, and then out to Lehman, who loses the puck in the Proctor zone. We got a center, we have a long pass that's heading down into Hibbing zone, so we'll have icing called on Proctor. .624 left in the first period, 1-0 Rails. Kemp will take the draw for Hibbing. Kemp wins the draw and puts it out in front, but nobody was home. Anderkin tried to center it, but it was knocked down. And then the puck goes back down in the Hibbing zone where Boyer makes a play. Now Babbage sends it up ice. Picked up by Fighter to Kemp, who comes in and brings it off the post. The crossbar, to be exact. Bo Fighter back over, picked up by Babbage, who shot his block. Kemp with it. Back to Fighter. Fighter gets it back to Kemp. Tried to center it out front, but it's knocked down. Another one sent out front by Kemp. It's taken away by Proctor. Amendola with it, dumps it down into Hibbing zone, where Babbage and Kabina take it. Now Kabina comes out with it. He's knocked to the ice, and the puck is cleared back down into Hibbing zone. We got a penalty coming up on the rails right now. So Boyer goes off. Delayed penalty call coming on the rails. So we got Kabina with it, up to Bullfreighter. And we got an offside call, which will put Hibbing on the power play. So at 11:57, Hibbing will go on the power play. Penalties on number 24, Ryals. We'll get 2 minutes, I believe, for boarding. Hibbing on the power play this year is at 12%. Proctor as a kill is at 73.2%. Kept in by, or charging was the call. Lund, back to Kabina. Kabina back to Lund. Lund across ice to Bullfreighter, but the pass was off. Allison with it in the corner. Back to Kabina. Kabina back to Allison, whose pass was knocked down and out into center ice, where Kabina will go pick it up. Kabina over to Lund. Lund has it knocked off his stick, and then back to Kabina. Gabita drops it down into the Proctor zone, chased by Allison, who picks it up. Tried to center it, but his pass was deflected. And then it's cleared by the rails. Hibbing had it set up, but they haven't been able to do anything since that first few seconds of the power play. And now Hibbing will go off to a change. We have Kemp out, who takes it away, skates it up the boards, looking for his pass is knocked down too. Kemp back with it though. In the corner, behind the net. Back out to the point to Lund. Lund skates around one guy but loses the puck. And it's sent back down into Hibbing's zone. 35 seconds left on the penalty. Babbage with it. Babbage skates it up. Takes a shot that Johnson gloves and holds on to for a face-off. 24 seconds left on the power play for Hibbing. Face-off will come to the right of Johnson. Fink will take the draw. Back to Babbage. Babbage along the boards to Kemp. Kemp puts it down to Fink. Fink over to Sandborn. Sandborn shoots and scores! Sandborn from the blue line with a wrist shot. And Hibbing Chisholm ties this game up 1-1 at the 13:45 mark of the first period. Johnson was screened down there, I believe, by Blake Kreider. Didn't see that shot at all. And this game is now tied 1-1. A.J. Lehman loses the puck. Taken by Pavlovich, who centers it, but it's intercepted and then cleared out of the zone.
He's assisted by number 17, Casey Kim, and number 26, Keegan Fink. Sandborn from Kim and Fink.
Pavlovich centers it out front, nobody home. Shot there is blocked in front. Controlled by Proctor out to the point, but it's knocked out of his. No, he must have hit. No, it did come out of the zone. Puck came over right at the ref, and it must have hit him and got out of the zone because they blew the whistle for offside. So that goal, Eric Sandborn from Casey Kemp and Keegan Fink at 13:45 on the power play. Ties it up 1-1. Allison wins the draw back to Cabina. Cabina up, his pass is intercepted by Halla, but it's controlled by Hibbing and knocked down into the rail, deep into the rail zone. That pass intercepted by Willard. Willard puts it out front, and it's not covered up. Allison has a shot, but he passed it up to give it to Willard, and Willard shoots, and it's a glove save by Johnson. I don't know, Joe was out in front of the net there, and he had a shot, and he probably should have taken it, but he's being an unselfish player, gave it off to Willard, and it was saved by Johnson. Puck in the corner, picked up by Moores, but it's taken away by Allison. Allison back to Lund. Lund gets away from Lund, sends it back to the point. Sandborn back to Lund, but it's off his stick. Sandborn keeps it in though and takes another shot, and it's glove saved by Johnson. 1:46 left in the first period. Hibbing and Proctor, Chisholm and Proctor are tied 1-1. Allison on the draw. Oh, we got a false start there on the face-off. So we'll do that all over again. Willard tries to get the puck away down, and if he does, gets it to Lund, who can't control it. It's taken by Proctor and set down the length of the ice for icing. So we have 1:31 left in the first period. And the faceoff will come to the right of Johnson. Kept this time in the faceoff dot. Puck's battled for there. Comes where Anderkin tried to get it, but it's cleared out of the zone and picked up by Babbage. And now Kemp with it. Gets around one Proctor player out front, shoots. Tried to go top shelf, but went over the net. Now it's controlled by Proctor. It's Sanborn. Or nope, not Sanborn. Bullfrighter in the corner tried to get it, but it's controlled by Kalmbach. Kalmbach has his pass knocked down. And they're fortunate Hibbing didn't get a break on that one. But Babbage with it. Over to Rude. Rude, well, his pass is picked off, and Proctor might have a 2-on-1 here. But Babbage does a good job of keeping that one from developing into anything. Now Kemp has it. Up to Freiter. Freiter up ice to Willard, who makes one move and has the puck knocked away from him. 15 seconds left in the period. Amendola with it. Tries to dump it down in the zone, but it's picked up by Lund. Lund over to Trevor Lehman, and there's the buzzer for the end of the first period. We'll have your saves here in a moment.
Saves in the first period for Johnson and the Rails 9, for Boyer on the Blue Jackets 4.
Johnson with 9 saves, Boyer with 4. Your scoring summary at 4:57 of the first period. Brett Bartlam tallied from Olsen and Pavlovich, a power play goal. But then at 13:45, a power play goal by the Blue Jackets, Eric Sanborn from Casey Kemp and Keegan Fink. So after 1, it's Hibbing Chisholm 1, Proctor 0. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Jacket Jamboree. Our first Queen candidate is Ava Burks. Ava is the daughter of Joe Burks and Ryan Burks. Escorting Ava is our first Queen candidate, Dominic Burzich. Dominic is the son of Michelle Riley and Todd Burzich. Our second Queen candidate is JC Plaggio. JC is the daughter of Christy and Aaron Plaggio. Escorting JC is our second Queen candidate, Parker Mackey. Parker is the son of Jody and William Mackey. Our third Queen candidate is Mia Johnson. Mia is the daughter of Kim and David Johnson. Escorting Mia is our third King candidate, Isaac Hildebrand. Isaac is the son of Katie and Jay Hildebrand. Our fourth Queen candidate is Chloe Lanphier. Chloe is the daughter of Nicole and Kevin Lanphier. Escorting Chloe is our fourth King candidate, Blake Freider. Blake is the son of Dana and Dale Freider. Our fifth Queen candidate is Isabel Mackey. Isabel is the daughter of Stephanie and Tim Mackey. Escorting Isabel is our fifth King candidate, Justin Heritage. Justin is the son of Kim and Mark Heritage. Our final Queen candidate is Jaden Von Redhorst. Jaden is the daughter of Lisa and Scott Murray and Eric Von Redhorst. Escorting Jaden is our final King candidate, Aman Mujumdar. Aman is the son of Rupa and Kushik Mujumdar. Ladies and gentlemen, our Jackie Jamboree Queen candidates and their escorts.
Welcome back to the second period of tonight's boys hockey game between Proctor and Hibbing Chisholm. And our score is 1-1. First goal was scored by Brett Bartlum. That was his 9th goal of the season and 2nd power play goal of the season. And Hibbing's goal came off the stick of Eric Sanborn. His 3rd goal of the season, his 2nd power play goal of the season. And that's how we stand right now. When these two teams met back in January, Hibbing started slow in the first period. Then in the second period, they outshot Proctor like 25-2, scored 4 goals, and then ended up winning that game 7-2. So we'll see if that repeats itself or if there's another different outcome in store tonight for Hibbing Chisholm. Pucks drop. We're off with the second period. Proctor controls it into the Hibbing zone. Paula with it behind the net. Puck comes loose, picked up by Lund, who loses it out in front. Fortunately, it was tied up by the Blue Jackets, and Allison tries to come away with it, but can't. But Cabina will go back and get it. Send it behind to Sanborn, brings it back to Cabina, who now hits Lund, and Hibbing's out of the zone, up to Willard. Willard into the slot, shoots, and is saved by Johnson. Or no, it was deflected and up into the net. But a good rush there by the Blue Jackets as Proctor now changes, as does Hibbing. Olsen comes out now. Puck is won back by Fink. Back to Rude. Rude still has it. Circles around, tries to center it, but it's knocked down. Blake Freider with it behind the net. Comes out front, tries to stuff it, but shot goes wide. Puck out by the blue line, picked up by Fink and tapped ahead to Freider, but we have a hand pass on the play. Just 59 seconds into the second period. Still 1-1. Fink will take the draw for Hibbing with Ripley and Proctor. Puck is shot on net, but right away, but it's wide. Puck comes back to Lehman, however, who tries to get it out, but it's picked up by Ripley. Ripley tied up on the boards, scramble out in front, and we got a whistle, and we have the puck's laying there in the slot, but ref lost sight of it and blew the whistle, and Hibbing dodged the bullet on that, it looked like. The breakouts have to be much cleaner. With Kemp taking the draw, it's one back to the point, shot is blocked. Put on net by number 3 Olsen, but it's saved by Boyer. Behind the net, scramble for it. Cabina comes away with it. Tries to avoid, gets it up to Kemp, who sends it cross ice to Bullfighter, who drives it down to the Proctor end. Olsen with it there, up the boards to Amendola. Amendola loses the puck to Freider, who just shot one on net, but it was knocked down by Moores. Moores is having trouble getting it back there, but Olsen picks it up. Good forechecking there by Freider and Kemp. Kemp with it, shoots a soft shot on net, paddled away by Johnson. But Olsen fanned on it. Puck out to the point to Sanborn, whose shot is blocked. Scrambling for the puck. Anderkin tries to chase it down, but can't. But the puck is picked up by Allison. Allison pushes it down the corner to Babbage. Babbage skates it out to the blue line, sends it back down in the corner to Willard. Willard out to Babbage, who shoots off the pipe. That was actually Sanborn who shot it off the pipe. Back out to the point to Allison. who sends it to the slot to Willard, who hands it off to Allen, and gives it back to Allison, back to Willard. Willard in the circle. No room to move there. Willard skates around, centers it out front. A shot by Lund is blocked. Babbage with it. Babbage out in front. His shot is blocked. But Willard picks it up and shoots. His shot's blocked. Most sustained pressure of the second period for the Blue Jackets. Carlson brings it all the way down for Proctor. Centers it out, and that's knocked away by Willard, who now the puck is brought out by Lund. Lund crosses the blue line. Sends it across, sticked away by Johnson. Willard pass out to the point, but nobody was there. But Sanborn keeps it in to Lund. Lund to Allison behind the net. Allison back out to the point to Rude. Rude over to Sanborn, but that shot is knocked down. Puck kept in. Lund with it. Centers it to Willard. Willard shoots off the crossbar. Out to the point to Rude. Rude back down behind the net. Willard, long shift for Willard. But it's kind of hard to get off the ice when you're putting so much pressure on. Trevor Lehman behind, and now Fink behind the net. Fink back out to the point to Rude. Rude has his pass intercepted and brought out by Riles. Riles dumps it down to the Hibbing zone, picked up by Rude. Rude battling with two Proctor players. Bartlam sent the shot wide. Now it's picked up by Freider. Freider has the puck knocked off his stick, but picked up by Lehman. Lehman out to center ice, but it's knocked back in by Matt Paulson. Freider with it, up ahead to Fink. And Fink knocks it down into the Proctor zone and goes off for a line change. A.J. Lehman battling behind the net with Kemp. Kemp back out to Sanborn, whose shot is blocked by Johnson. Back out to Sanborn. Sanborn with another shot just wide, almost deflected by Freider. Freider with it. To Kabina, who puts a shot, it deflected off of Lehman and just wide. Back over to Freider. Kabina keeps it in the corner. Skates around, picked up by Kemp, who has it knocked away from him. But Freider knocks it back to Kemp. Kemp out to the side, looking for someone, passes it across to Freider, but no one home. Freider with a nice move, but he loses the puck. And Bartlam had it, but it's taken away by Freider. Riles sends it down ice. Will no one have icing because it was deflected by a hitting player. Michael Anderkin had a shot at it but couldn't control it. It knocked in down deep in the hitting zone where it's picked up by Sanborn, who rings it along the boards. Kept in by Proctor, and a shot on net by Olsen with a screen, but Boyer stands tall, makes the save, and covers it up. 10:30 left in the second period. Hibbing and Proctor in a 1-1 game. Hibbings has the most pressure it's put on all game in the first 6 minutes of the period. Anderkin sends out Lund, but he has the puck knocked away. It took a little too long to do something with that one. Willard tries to center it. But Lund picks it up. Can't get a shot off. Back out to Allison. To Willard. He comes on in, shoots it, blocked by Johnson. Centered out in front. That puck is knocked down. Across to Rude, and Rude's shot is saved by Johnson and held on to. Some more extended pressure put on by the Blue Jackets, but they can't beat Johnson. Sometimes they're a little too cute with the puck. and they just need to shoot it and get dirty goals by getting rebounds. Blake Freder with it into the corner, has the puck knocked off his stick. Hibbing's getting a little more physical this period. Puck is knocked back down to Hibbing's zone, where it's picked up by Lehman. Lehman to Cabina. Cabina behind the net. Passes it to Lehman. Lehman up to Freder. He's tangled with a Proctor player. But Freder picks it up. Nice move at the blue line, but he hasn't knocked off his stick. Cabina. Over to Trevor Lehman. Lehman to Freder. Freder comes in, shoots and scores! Bo Freder at 7:55 of the second period puts Hibbing on top, 2-1. For Freder, that is his 5th goal of the season. Comes at 7:55 of the period. And now we have a timeout being called.
Scoring the goal for your Blue Jackets, number 5, Bo Freder. He's assisted by number 18, Trevor Lehman, and number 14, Michael Anderkin. Freder from Lehman and Anderkin.
Trevor Lehman gets the initial assist, and Michael Anderkin with the second assist on that play.
Timeout, Proctor.
And we have a timeout called by Proctor. But that was a nice play right over to a pass from Lehman to Freder, who had all the time in the world, and he knew what to do with the puck when he got it. He picked out his spot and rifled it past Johnson to make it 2-1 Hibbing Chisholm. In the second periods this year, Hibbing's best period, they've outscored teams 20-13. Whereas Proctor has been outscored 28-9 in the second period. I'll make that 29-9 with that goal by Freder. A lot of sustained pressure by the Blue Jackets, and it finally paid off with that goal to Freder. You got a do-over on the face-off. Kemp taking it for Hibbing, Ripley for Proctor. Won by Kemp, back to Cabina, or back to Sanborn, who pushes it down into Proctor's zone. We'll see what that goal does here for Hibbing, and we'll see what it does for Proctor. Amendola tried to get it out, but couldn't. Kept in by Anderkin. Anderkin out front, shoots, saved by Johnson. Picked up by Carlson. Carlson gets it to Amendola, crosses the blue line. His pass or shot attempt is blocked by Babbage. Put behind the Hibbing net. The Carlson picks it up. Pass dishes it off to his defenseman. Gets it back. That was Pavlovich with it, who put it down in the corner. Now with Amendola behind the net, back out to Pavlovich. Back over to Olsen, who shoots. Boyer with the save. And Olsen keeps it in, but it's finally cleared out. Long shift for this Hibbing line here. They got to find some way to get. The Freder pushes it up to Kemp, who pushes it down, and Hibbing will get a change, except for Kemp. Now it's dropped down into the Proctor zone, so Kemp will go off for his change. Carlson had it, sent it down the ice. Picked up by Sanborn, whose clearing attempt went off the back of the net. But now Cabina has it. Cabina off the boards to Willard. Willard to Lund, who's got one-on-one coming down, shoots. Saved by Johnson. Nice feed by Willard to Cabina. He just didn't convert it. But Cabina now tries to dump it in. It's picked up by Willard. Willard moves, skates around, two players, comes on in, but we have an offside called on Hibbing. So 6:53 left in the second period. Hibbing up 2-1. Not quite the same thing that happened in Proctor, but we still have 6:53 left in this period. And we got Fink on the draw. And it's knocked down into the Proctor zone, picked up by Blake Freider. Freider dumps it in the corner to Fink. Fink battles along the boards, picked up by Freider. Freider out front to Lehman, and Lehman's shot is saved by Johnson. Nice play by Lehman to get the puck to Freider, nice play by Freider to get the puck to Lehman. Fink again on the draw. Won by Hibbing, back to behind the net, out to the point. Rude's shot is knocked down. Chased by Fink. Out to center ice. Rude gave it off to Cabina. Now Freider with it. Oh, Freider's pass is stolen by Amendola. And it's taken by Hibbing. Cabina. Long lead pass to Rude. Rude down into the zone, into the corner. Centers it out front. Saved by Johnson. And held onto by Johnson. And now both teams will be switching. 5:50 left in the second period. Babbage and Lehman back on defense for Hibbing. That off the faceoff, Kemp, little shot there, again covered up by Johnson. Ripley and Kemp on the draw. Won it back to Babbage. Babbage brings it down the corner, centers it out front. Anderkin put a shot on, but saved by Johnson. Now a lead pass to Amendola. Amendola down across the blue line. Taken out by Babbage in the corner. And it's picked up by Kemp. Kemp back behind the net to Babbage. Babbage up the boards to Anderkin. Anderkin tries to clear, but not out. Babbage and now Lehman with it. Lehman sends it up ice to Freider, whose pass is blocked. Then a shot by Anderkin is knocked down. And the puck is cleared, and we'll have icing on Proctor. .501 left in the second period. Still 2-1 Hibbing Chisholm. Allison on the draw for Hibbing. Wins it to Lund. Lund back to the point to Cabina. Cabina's shot is deflected up into the netting. And it's out of play. So once again, Bullfrider with the only goal this period at 7:55. Allison on the draw again, this time drawing back. One wins the battle there, however. It's pushed over to Willard behind the net. Willard back out to the point to Cabina, who fires it over to Sanborn. Sanborn pushes it in the corner. Cabina with it to Allison, but that doesn't connect. But Lund still has it. Ooh, and now we got a pass and a breakaway by the rails. Coming down. Ooh, the shot is wide. Hibbing caught a break on that one. That breakaway was by Bartlam. And now it's out front with Willard picking it up. Willard can't get it around there, but again, cleared by Cabina. To Allison. Allison dumps it down in the corner. Lund gives chase, can't get it. But it's taken by Rude, who loses it at the blue line. And now Lehman with it, and we're Hibbing's whistle for offside. Yeah, an errant pass down here sent Bartlam on that breakaway. Boyer stood his ground, but then Bartlam just shot it wide of the net. We'll have a face-off at center ice. Fink wins it back to Rude. Lehman up to puck is trying to clear, but Rude keeps it in, sends it back behind the net. Fink with it, up the boards to Freiter. Freiter shoots and saved by Johnson. Chased down by Rude. Gives it up to Fink, but the puck is off his stick, and it's being brought out to center ice. Lehman with it. Lehman over to Rude. Puck loose, but kept in the zone. Down into the corner. Being brought up by Fink. Fink's knocked down at the blue line. Puck sent around the rails net. Picked up by Pavlovich. But he loses the puck to Willard. Willard back out to the point. Sanborn fans on it. Then puts a shot on net that's kicked aside by Johnson. Down the line, the board, Blake Freiter. Kemp picks it up. Takes it to the circle. Out in front, out to the point, puts a shot on it, scores! Johnson screamed on that shot. Kemp flares a wrist shot, and it's 3-1 Hibbing. That comes at 14:30 of the second period. And for Kemp, that's his 6th goal of the season. And we'll get the assist for you there. The puck's dropped and picked up by Bo Freiter, who brings it across the blue line, but he's knocked down and Proctor comes away with it. Amendola with it along the boards, but he's taken out of the play by Babbage. Babbage and Amendola battle away. Carlson now with it, but he loses the puck to Babbage, who is going to go. We're going to have a slashing penalty here. We're going to have a slashing penalty on the rails. That comes at 14:57 of the second period. Looks like number 28, Paul Ripley, will be going off for that. And Hibbing will be going on the second power play of the evening. Back to Babbage, Babbage to Kemp, Kemp back to Babbage to Kemp. Kemp down in the corner to Fink. Paul's knocked away by Halla, who has a slight breakaway, but he's taken out of the play nicely by Babbage, or by Kemp. Kemp to Blake Freiter, over to Sanborn, who shoots, and he's blocked and saved by Johnson. So Kemp, with a nice hustled back, got a nice defensive play on Halla on that short-handed attempt. And then Sanborn had his own shot down on the other end. Now Hibbing's got Freiter, Allison, And Freider out on the power play with Lund and Kabina at the points. Puck went, or it's Willard, sorry. Kabina out front, puts a shot on net, paddled away by Johnson. Bo Freider with it behind the net, hands it off to Allison. Allison out to Lund. Lund across to Kabina. Kabina to Lund. Lund shoots it wide of the net. Puck comes back out to Kabina, back over to Lund. Lund, centers it out front for. And a shot and a goal by Kabina. Lund put a nice centering pass out to Willard, who couldn't connect on it. But then the puck got back to Kabina, and Kabina puts it away at 16:01 of the second period. Power play goal, and Hibbing takes a 4-1 lead. We'll get the assists on that for you shortly. But for Kabina, that's his second goal of the season and first power play goal of the season.
Blue Jackets, number 15, Drew Kabina. He's assisted by number 5, Bo Freider, and number 10, Connor Willard. Kabina from Freider and Willard.
So it's Kabina from Bo Freider and Connor Willard at 16:01. And the faceoff's dumped down to the zone, picked up by Allison. Back to Lund. Lund circles. Takes it around the net. Now Hibbing's starting to take a little bit of advantage of this and starting to dominate the play. Allison has lost the puck to a Proctor player, but it's out to center ice. Number 13 with it, shot and a save by Boyer. But we have an injured Proctor player down there. Number 8, Colin Solom. So whistle stops play. We will have a space off at neutral zone on the right face off dot. 24.5 seconds left. Won by Allison up to Kabina, or up to Willard. Willard skates around, has the puck taken off his stick, and Rialt's with it. Rialt's across the blue line. Over to Halla. Halla's shot is kicked out by Boyer. And we have Allison with 2 seconds left. Willard with it, and time expires.
Saves in the second period for Johnson and the Rails, 13, with a 2-period total of 22. Saves in the second period for Boyer and the Blue Jackets, 3, with a 2-period total of 7.
So Hibbing outshoots Proctor 14-3 in the second period. Johnson had 13 saves for a total of 22, and Boyer had 3 saves for a total of 7 saves. Your scoring summary at 7:55. Bo Freider from Trevor Lehman and Michael Anderson. At 13:30, Ethan Lund from Blake Freider. And then on a power play at 16:01, Drew Kabina from Bo Freider and Connor Willard. After 2, it's Hibbing 4, Chisholm 4, Proctor 1. We'll see you in 10 minutes. welcome back to the third period tonight's Hibbing Proctor boys hockey game. Hibbing with a 4-1 lead over the Rails, and I'm sure with 2 more games this week, Hibbing coach Eric Rewerts probably does not want to see this one get any tighter than 3 goals, because I'm sure he'd like to keep the minutes down on some of his players. Because tomorrow now, remember, Hibbing is at home against North Shore. That game will start at 3:30 p.m. here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena. They have township elections going on tomorrow, and so they had to play early with that game. So a 3:30 start tomorrow for the Blue Jackets and Storm. Puck is picked up by Sanborn, up to Allison, who loses control, and dumped down into Hibbing zone, where again it's picked up by Sanborn, but it's stolen by Riles, but given up to Allison. Up to the point to Pavlovich, whose shot is paddled away by Boyer. Sanborn and Bartlam tangle up, and a shot by Riles is stopped by Boyer. Willard over to Cabina. Cabina up to Lund. Lund across the blue line, fires a shot on goal. Sticked aside by Johnson. Babbage with it. Babbage over to Rude. Rude tried to clear, does now, to Willard. Willard skates by 1, loses the puck though, to Ripley. Ripley dumps it down in the zone, but it's going to be icing called on the Rails. 15:51 left in the third in regulation. Hibbing is out shooting Proctor 27-11. And on where it's most important, 4-1 on the scoreboard. Puck is back to Babbage, who shoots, and it's paddled away by Johnson. Picked up by Olsen, but knocked back down where Johnson stops it. Left it for Moores, but it's taken away, and the shot on goal is blocked by Johnson. Another shot there by Lehman is stopped by Johnson, and he holds on to it for a faceoff. So Fink, Lehman, and Freiter on this line for Hibbing. Cabina wraps it off the boards, picked up by Freiter. Freiter loses the puck, sent to the ground, but it's picked off by Fink. And then Lehman back to the point, and a shot by Cabina is saved by Johnson. Amendola with the centering pass, and coming down with it, gets by, and he's going to be called. We're going to have a tripping penalty as the Proctor player tried to split the D, and he got tripped up by Cabina, so Proctor's going on there. Actually, third power play of the day. That comes at the 2-minute mark of the third period. Nolan McLeod was the Proctor player who got tripped up. So you got Riles. Well, the puck is cleared down by Hibbing. Being chased by Lund. Allison in the corner. Drop pass for nobody. And now it's picked up by Kalmbach. Kalmbach up to Olsen. And not out of the zone, 14. Kalmbach back around the net. And it's picked up by Bartlem, who falls at the blue line. And Lund sends it back into the rail zone. Nice job of killing so far by the Blue Jackets. Olsen with it on the far boards. But it's picked up by Lund and driven back into the zone by Sanborn. Bartlem with it. Bartlam skates down behind the net, knocked off the puck by Babbage. Babbage up the boards, but kept in by Moores. Behind the net to Riles. Pavlovich behind the net, knocked off the puck by Babbage. And cleared back around, and it's going to clear the zone, and Proctor has to regroup. 33 seconds left in the penalty. Moores had it knocked off his stick, and then it's sent down to him in zone where Babbage collects it. Behind the net, pulls out, sends up a clearing attempt through Kemp and Freider, but he did the job of getting it out of the zone. Now Freider gets it. Sends it back to
Both teams at full strength.
He sent it back to Lehman, and then he cleared it down on to Johnson, and Johnson has to make a stop, and he covers up. And that Hibbing has successfully killed off that penalty. So the Rails are 1 for 2 now, or 1 for 3 on the power play. And then we got Willard in the face-off dot. Kalmbach behind the net has it taken away by Freider, who tries to center it. Freider still with the puck, maintains control. Back out to Lehman, who fires a shot, and it's a goal. Just a harmless shot from the point. We'll find out if it got deflected by Willard, because that's what it looks like. Trevor Lehman with the wrister from the blue line found its way past Johnson, and it's 5-1 Hibbing at the 4:16 mark of the third period. Fink wins the draw back to Cabina. Cabina over to Sandborn. Sandborn's pass is down into the zone, and we'll have icing called on Hibbing. Still waiting for
Scoring the goal for Blue Jackets, number 10, Connor Willard. He's assisted by number 11, Blake Ryder, and number 18, Trevor Lehman. Willard, Ryder, and Lehman.
Cabina with it, flips it out to Lehman. Lehman up ahead to Fink. So that goal was scored by Connor Willard off a deflection, and getting the assist for Blake Ryder and Trevor Lehman battling along the boards. Puck comes loose to Fink. Fink keeps it tied up. And I can't tell the number down there, so I can't tell you. Oh, number 19. Peyton Tyler seeing some ice time for the first time today. Puck is intercepted at the blue line by Tyler. Tyler carries over, gets it off to Fink, whose shot is deflected. Kept in though by Hibbing. Number 25, Lehman. And somehow that puck found its way into the back of the net. To make it 6-1 Hibbing. 5:20 of the third period, so just over 1 minute and 4 seconds later, Hibbing Chisholm's on the board again. Into third periods this year. Proctor's been outscored 26-10, and Hibbing's been outscored 16-12, but they just improved 2 goals there.
Scoring the goal here, Blue Jackets, number 26, Keegan Fink. He's assisted by number 19, Peyton Taylor, and number 2, Nathan Johnson. Fink from Taylor and Johnson. Time of the goal, 5:20.
So Keegan Fink with the goal, assisted by number 19, Peyton Tyler, and number 2, Johnson, I believe. Nathan Johnson.
On a penalty to the Blue Jackets, number 3, Joe Allison.
We have a penalty on hitting.
For holding. Allison for holding. Took the penalty, 5:32.
So at 5:32, Proctor goes on its fourth power play. 21. Bartlum with a shot that's corralled by Boyer. So Proctor is on the power play again. For Fink, that's his second goal of the season. Puck taken by kept in by Proctor. Oh, but now it's lost by Olsen, who has to regroup. Up to 24. Ryouts with it, but it deflected off to Lehman, who cleared it the length of the ice. Minute 24 left in the power play. Anderkin with it in the corner. But comes away with it. Bartlum comes away with it and sends it down in the hitting zone. Where Sanborn knocks it to Cabina. Back to Sanborn. Sanborn up to Kemp, who tips it out of his zone. Back over to Bartlum. Bartlum gave it to Kalmbach, puts it down in the hitting zone, but it's cleared out by Sanborn, I want to say. Nope, Cabino. I'm getting old eyes here. I can't see as well as I used to. That puck is cleared by Sanborn, however. And that lead pass was intercepted and dropped back down into Hibbing's zone by Olsen. Sanborn around, kept in by Amendola. Amendola to Olsen. And that puck gets by the point and is being chased down by both Ryder. But Johnson comes out and sends it up ice. Picked up by Babbage, who fires it out of play into the Proctor bench. 9 seconds left on the penalty, 9:36 in the game. Hitting Chisholm 6, Proctor 1. Face off on the left dot in neutral ice. Proctor wins the face-off, but the puck comes back to Babbage. Babbage up to Michael Galley, who's seeing his first action of the day, of the evening, and I believe of the year. He's had some surgeries done and hasn't been able to suit up many times. But Babbage behind the net is dragged down from behind up to Willard. Willard across the blue line, centers it. Ooh, just missed both Allison and Galley. Galley centers it out front. And we got a high stick coming up. Number 13 for Proctor, Nolan McLeod, will go off at 8:04 of the third period, putting Hibbing on the power play.
On the penalty to the rails, number 13, Nolan McLeod.
Carlson chases the puck with Sanborn. They both run into the boards. Kept battling with McLeod, or with. It's into center ice and down deep into the Proctor zone where Johnson has to play it. Fink tried to beat him to the puck, couldn't get there, but it's kept, nope, now it's knocked out by Carlson. Carlson across the blue line, shoots it, and oh! The stick was tied up, but number 27, Connor Pavlitz, got it, tipped it right into an empty net. So a shorthanded goal for the Rails. This comes at 8:41 of the third period. Well, Hibbing still has 1:23 left on the power play, but now it's 6-2. But one carries it across, comes in, centers it, and its pass goes to
He's
the
assisted by number 15, Ethan Carlson, and number 1, Sam Johnson.
So Pavlovich scores the goal from Carlson and the goalie Johnson at 8:41, shorthanded goal. Allison puts it over to Lund. Lund brings it back, passes it to Willard. Willard over to Freiter. Freiter back over to Lund. Lund back to Willard. Willard shoots just wide. Freiter keeps it going, keeps it alive. Over to Lund. 35 seconds left on the power play. The intercepted pass by Freiter. He got it out front to Lund, but he couldn't get a shot off. Allison with it. Over to Lund. Into the top of the circle. Fires and fans on a shot, puts it in the corner. Freiter wins the battle over there. Takes it back out, dishes it off to Lund. Lund gets around one player. In front, just missed by Allison. Lund again comes in, shoots it just wide. Penalty is over. Proctor's at full strength. Lund gets it. Oh, his shot is blocked. But he keeps it alive in the zone. But so does Allison. Allison in the top of the circle. Gets around one player behind the net. Tries to center, but that's knocked down by Olsen. Kept in by Lehman. But picked up by Proctor. Cleared around the boards and out of the zone. Rude had it. Gave it up to Lehman. Lehman to Willard. Willard circles. Comes into the zone, but is offside whistled against the Blue Jackets. 6:15 left in the third period. 6-2 Blue Jackets. Face off one back and dumped in by Lehman. Into the corner. We're Broden Fawcett with it. To number 19, Tyler with it. Tyler back out to Rude, whose shot went wide. But it's picked up by the rails. Kept in by Rude. Shot on goal. Patted away by Johnson. Puck back in the corner. Well, Lehman battles and keeps it in. Well, Fawcett had it for a while over in the corner, but now the puck's coming back out. Nice hit by Tyler to break up that play, but 11. Moore's shot was deflected off to the side. Tyler with it. Tyler circles. This pass is knocked down. Lehman with it. Over to Galley. But we have an offside call on the Blue Jackets. .505 left in the third period. Fink will take this face-off. He's with Lehman and Freiter, or now he's with Lehman and Anderkin. And Fink knocks it back down to the Proctor zone, where it was chased by Kalmbach. It's across the blue line, centered in front. And number 21, Bartlam, just missed a tip over the top of the net. So Riles tried to center it out in front. And then he put a shot on. And Boyer made an outstanding save on that shot with a rebound just laying right out in front. Now the last thing the Blue Jackets want to do is get loose in their defensive zone. They've been doing pretty well up to this point, but they have a 4-goal lead, but that can vanish in a hurry if you don't play tight in your zone. Kemp wins it to Sanborn, who rings it around the boards to Freuder. Freuder puts it out of the zone, back in. Proctor has to touch up. Sanborn. Up the boards. Up to Freuder, and to Blake Freuder. Blake Freuder centers it for his brother Bo, and he just missed the tip. So Blake has it now. Gets around. At the top of the circle. Moves around the player. Backhands in the corner to Bo. Bo has the puck taken away, but Blake gets it back. Centered it. The Kemp turns around and drives it into the corner. Kabina gets on a shot. It's blocked away by Johnson. Sanborn keeps it in the zone. Long lead pass for the Proctor, but Sanborn's there to tie it up. And Kemp comes away with it. Kemp crosses the blue line, tries to work his way around, but the puck gets knocked off his stick. Pavlovich with it. Into the slot for Grant Hogan, but his shot is stopped by Boyer. .324 remaining in regulation. Allison wins the puck back, picked up by Rude. Rude sends it up to Lund. Lund across the blue line. Backhand on net, saved by Johnson, and he covers up. .310 left in the third period. Allison on the draw. Wins it back to Rude. Rude down and behind the net for Willard. Willard loses the puck to Haugen, and then it's knocked out of the Hibbing zone. Lehman got it to Rude, taken in across the blue line by Willard. Put behind the net, picked up by Lund. Lund circles. In the center for Willard, he can't control the pass. Long lead pass to Mendola is off target and picked up by Hibbing. Allison across. Nice shot by Willard, saved by Johnson. Nice setup by Allison there, but Connor could not finish on it. Amendola with a shot is saved by Braden Boyer. And number 2 for Hibbing. Nathan Johnson, I believe, carries it out. Johnson with it dumps it back down in the corner, chased by Tyler. Tyler centers out to Broden Fawcett, and he had a deflection just go wide. Bunch of new players here for Hibbing. Shot on by Tyler is saved right by Johnson. And here come the rails. Pavlovich down into the corner, tied up by Tyler. And Babbage comes away with it. Skates across through the neutral zone picked up by Tyler. Tyler into the corner. Tried to center it, but it's broken up by Proctor. Shoots it wide, number 24. Reiltz with a shot that just went wide. Hibbing coming back down, can't gain control of the puck. But that's Tyler in the corner. To Fawcett. Fawcett behind the net. Oh, it centers out to Tyler, who shoots. And it's saved by Johnson. That's like 2 or 3 good chances for Peyton Tyler. But he just can't find the back of the net. You got 37 seconds left in the regulation. Hibbing up 6-2. Fink on the draw. Taken by number 22, but it's broken up behind the net, and Galley knocks it out to center ice. Trace it down. Picked up by Fink, but Fink loses it to Frank Amendola. But Fink gets it back, shoots on. Johnson with the save. Puck's in the corner. We got 1 second left, and there it is. Your final score is Hibbing Chisholm 6, Proctor 2. Here's the scoring summary. At fair 16, Willard from Blake Freider and Lehman, Trevor Lehman, to make it 5-1. And then at 5:20, Keegan Fink from Peyton Tyler and Nathan Johnson. And then at 8:41, shorthanded for Proctor, Connor Pavlovich from Ethan Carlson and Sam Johnson. And your final score, Hibbing Chisholm 6, Proctor 2. Your saves will be 16 stops for Johnson in that period for a total of 38, and for Boyer, 8 saves for a total of 15. So from the Hibbing Memorial Building, I'm Gary Jimbetti. The final score, Hibbing Chisholm 6,
16
Proctor 2.
Saves in the third period for Boyer, the Blue Jackets 8, with a game total of 15.